I've been involved in working around codes of ethics for a long time, and they're a bit controversial. Some people think that they're a waste of time, or they're things that you should know anyway, or they're overly restrictive, or things like that. I think there's a few reasons why I think they're important. One of those is that I think that a profession is constituted by the sort of ethical commitment that it makes to the people it serves. And so a code of ethics can help define that and understand its parameters and sketch out the boundaries of the practice, and also help us to see its core. But there's some other things that are really important. So in some ways, a code of ethics, rather than a book of rules or a list of rules, is more like a kind of identity statement. It sort of is a statement where we, not some government, not someone else, where we say this is who we are, this is what we see ourselves as being for, and this is who we serve. So that's the core thing for me, but it also does some other things that are useful. I think it allows us to have some guidance to work out the sometimes quite tricky ethical problems that we come across in our work. We're often working on the boundaries, with people who are on the boundaries or on the margins, people on the edge of the law and that sort of thing, and we can be in quite difficult situations. We're often funded by government, usually funded by government, and the interests of government are not always the same as the interests that we serve, and it helps us steer a path through some of those quite tricky things. But I think also one of the things is that we need not to be naive about our own innocence either. You know, like any organised body of people, or like anybody involved in the processes of power, we're prone to corruption the same as everybody else is. And if we look critically and objectively at our history, you know, our field is not innocent. And some of the things you would expect people to be clear about, they're not. And so I think a code of ethics does help us to draw some lines in the sand as well.